What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, three things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is this: Anthony Joshua possibly retiring. Now, there's people that probably don't want to see him retire. They feel like he has something left to offer. They want to see him go out better than he did against Dubois. Now, Anthony Joshua, he didn't say he was retiring, but as far as him saying the end is near, now we heard Anthony Joshua say he wanted to fight up until he was 38 years old. Time does go by quickly. Anthony Joshua is 35, 36? So sometimes a fighter, they make their mind up sooner than they want to, or sometimes too late. Now, the way I see it is this: his career is what it is. At this point, can he go out with the big win? I don't know. Can he reclaim a title before he go out? I don't know. Like he said when he lost to Dubois, there'll be more big fights, right? There'll be more title fights. So the way I see Anthony Joshua, now Eddie Hearn is going on record to say the end is near for Anthony Joshua. One of the things that I pay attention to, I pay attention to everything. And one of the things it seems like a lot of people was not paying attention to that came out of Anthony Joshua's mouth after he lost to Dubois was, I know I still got the heart for this. I know I do. I felt like, where did that come from? All you did was went in there, you fought, you didn't fight the right fight. You fought like you wasn't confident. Like I said, when AJ is confident, that jab, pop, pop. When he's not confident, he's doing that shit, right? And I'm watching this dude, and, hands here, and that look in his face, and he allowed Dubois to jump on him. Where was the experience? Where was the slip in the movement? Where was any of that shit, right? So when he said, I know I got the heart, I take that as, hey, AJ knew he didn't fight the way he was supposed to. His team knew he didn't. It wasn't, Dubois is just so much better now. No. AJ just fought the wrong fight. Why was he tentative? I don't know. Now, we know he just recently had an elbow surgery. So how long he's going to be out exactly, I remember him speaking about it. I didn't really make a video about it. I just, okay. But as far as him coming back and fighting who, AJ don't want to come back and fight a bunch of junk fights. Do you want to see him doing what Deontay Wilder is doing right now? People don't even, the only people that want to see Deontay Wilder doing what he's doing is a bunch of whack-ass Deontay Wilder fans that don't understand why he's doing it. Making these excuses up. Man, your time has come and your time is gone. That's just the way it goes. And I think with Anthony Joshua, it's more of like people, like I said, they want to see him come back with something better, go out better than the way he did. But when he made that comment, to me, that's like I said, he's questioning. Like, he knows he didn't fight right. His team knows he didn't fight right. They know that. You can't tell me that they trained for that game plan. Like, that's what they came up with. He folded. Why, I don't know. But he folded. And as far as, what he did afterwards, if you remember, he said he's stepping away from boxing for a while. He's going into real estate. And then later on, we heard about the elbow surgery, like way later on. But then after that, him saying he has the heart, it's like, who are you trying to convince of that? So he knows he held back, like what he should have been doing. He didn't have the courage to do it. And that's why he's telling you, I know I have the heart for this. So he didn't fight with the heart that he needed to. You understand? He's telling you that without saying it. I know I got the heart for it, right? Where did that come from? You understand what I'm saying? And this was at the post conference, so it's not like he went home and saw a bunch of videos of people talking shit about how he fought. This was right directly after the post conference. So this just might be a situation where his career is done before, the boxing fans might wanted to see him. But, let's not forget, man, a while ago, you guys are talking about Anthony Joshua versus Wilder should happen because you feel like they both fell off. So my thing is, all of these old fighters that keep sticking around and coming back and, what's the purpose of leaving with a bad performance just to end up with another bad performance? I feel like unless it's a retirement fight, what's the purpose? Just to say, hey, we gonna go out like this. Two guys from the same era that never fought, and this is it. Two washed up guys fighting for what purpose, and stick around for what? To be gatekeepers? Like, I mean, I don't understand why people think it's okay. Like, you guys talk about guys fighting their prime. You always want to compare their primes. This person's prime versus that person's prime. Prime. So if it's about primes, why would you give a fuck about two washed up fighters if that's the case? If you see them as washed up, so I never understood that, man. It's stupid to me. But we only know what they got in the tank once they show us, and that's why on a fight by fight basis, when you look at who's who, I'm like, yeah, man, these guys at some point you got to know when to hang it up. How far his retirement is coming, I don't know. I mean, I know there's no way in fuck that he should want to retire without knocking out Daniel Dubois. Like there's no reason that he should want to retire without knocking him out. And if he's not confident that he can beat Dubois, if he has any doubt that he can beat Dubois, then he should retire. Simply because Dubois has showed us, yeah, there's better fighters that's better than him. I never saw Dubois as the best fighter in the division. I told y'all, I didn't even buy that bullshit Teddy Atlas and all them was talking about. He's a much better fighter now. He's more focused. He's determined. Based on what? Because you guys overrate these fucking guys that he beat. Those guys he beat. Come on, man. Jarrell Miller and I forget the other guys. And then these look, man. These. If you want to look at boxing, who's who right now? Okay, I can understand they're some of the top guys in boxing in the heavyweight division now, but these guys are not that good. Let's just be real. These guys are average fucking fighters, man. They're average. So when I look at Daniel Dubois, if he can beat Usyk, if he can beat AJ, if he can beat Fury, if he can beat Joseph Parker, that just means they're just a bunch of average champions that hold a belt. Because these guys are just, they're average. So if Anthony Joshua can't get his focus back and beat Daniel Dubois, that means there's other fighters that will knock him out as well. Because all he has to do is show up not confident. And we see, like I said, when he's not confident, how he looks. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Anthony Joshua. Another thing I want to talk about as far as retirement talk. Okay, I saw the interview, the little video that Keyshawn Davis did. I have a couple of things I want to say about that video before I get to the last topic, and then that's that. First of all, let's be real. Now, what Keyshawn Davis did as far as not making weight, just being unprofessional, acting all extra, constantly in the cameras, grinning, smiling, like, I remember watching saying, is this motherfucker taking this fight serious, man? Because he's talking real confident, but then he's up here talking about fighting this guy, then fighting that guy, talking about fighting that dude, Mason. Like, he did all of that openly, and it's just like, all right, now you're doing too much, man. You got one guy in front of you, and that's De Los Santos, and that's what you should be focusing on. Okay, he doesn't make weight, and then what we heard, now him saying he shouldn't have went in the dude dressing room, but he didn't attack nobody, they didn't jump anybody. We know we saw people getting physical. We saw like people getting grabbed and whatever. Okay, so it's possible. Like we didn't see the whole thing. So yes, videos can be edited. We can just see footage that it doesn't show everything that happened. Whatever. I will say this. As far as him talking about retirement, people are missing the point. He's not saying to you, oh, I'm going to retire. He said, I'm damn near retired. He's telling you boxing is like things are slow for me. So in other words, what you guys not understanding, he's not able to get fights. People don't want to work with him because of his unprofessionalism. It's like, and like he said, he was blacking out on people back off cameras and all of that. And remember when I said, I wish fighters would stop coming into this shit talking about I come from nothing and I ain't had this and that and all these mental health issues shit, and every time something goes wrong with a motherfucking fighter, they want to lose their cool and they're ready to lose everything that they've built. All because of their fucking attitude and shit like that. Now, I get sick of hearing that shit because it's like, okay, if you're not used to having shit, now you know what it's like to have some shit. You don't want to go back to where you were. So lose the arrogance and the stupidity. Keep it professional. You call yourself the businessman, conduct business properly. Did I not say that shit? So when that ended up happening to him, he put himself in that position. Then his brother loses. So everything that was going on, like he apologized for the way he was acting and things he was doing. One of the things I'm going to say, as far as the retirement, no, he's not telling you, oh, I'm going to retire, like he wants to retire. No, it's like he said, I'm damn near retired, like because he's wanted to come back, obviously, okay, and like I said, because of his behavior and the things he was doing, we don't want to work with this guy. But see, this is what gets me about you motherfuckers, though, in the comment sections of these videos. Because you guys are talking, oh, fuck him, fuck his apology, blah, 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 and this and that. Oh, man, he's unprofessional. Oh, he said a lot of shit he shouldn't have said. Okay, wait, motherfuckers. We still haven't gotten a fucking apology from Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia still hasn't went to fucking rehab. You understand what I'm saying? And you motherfuckers was solid about all that racist shit that he was saying. All that bullshit that he said about George Floyd. Y'all motherfuckers had nothing to say. At least this motherfucker, Keyshawn Davis, apologized for his bullshit and said there was no excuse. I had no reason to do what I did, man. I was wrong for it. And he's talking, but bottom line, at least he said that shit. Ryan Garcia was wishing hatred and racism on a dead man and saying he wish he could bring him back so he can kill that nigga again. And you motherfuckers sat there quietly? Y'all sit there quietly? Then on top of that, he openly apologizes to the mother of his child, for one, so he don't lose custody of his daughter, where he went, visitation rights at least, and two, he didn't want to get to a point where the people in boxing say, nah, fuck you, Ryan. Nah, but listen, he shouldn't even have to worry about that. Mauricio Suleiman did what he did. Like I said, through time, shit can change. As of now, he's still standing his grounds with that situation. People was talking about he's good for the sport. He's this, he's that. But then when they realized he was getting a lot of backlash for his racist comments, certain people within your camps are like, yo, fuck Ryan. I don't fuck with him now. Oh, well, he shouldn't have said the racist stuff that he said, but let's go mild on him. Let's make excuses for him. That motherfucker, as far as him going to rehab and all of that shit, what the fuck does any of that shit have to do with him conducting himself the way he did? If all it takes is for him to go to rehab, for what? What are they going? Is he going to rehab to not be racist, or going to rehab for an alcohol problem or a drug problem or something like that? What is he going to rehab for? Huh? To be so the racist shit, that's just in him. Tiafimo, same thing. You motherfuckers got nothing to say about it. But then when he loses business relationship with Turkey Al-Sheikh, I told y'all, I said I don't respect Turkey. You know why? Because fucking Turkey sitting up here. I don't let them get involved in the religious stuff or the red stuff. Right. And I said to you motherfuckers, remember, go back and look. I said, if this motherfucker says something about his people or says something about his religion, I guarantee you he would change that perception. And I said, and that shit he said that Ryan did, the fact that this nigga just see money, because he was calling motherfuckers fags, you're a gay ass faggot, and all that shit he was saying, right? Y'all flag other people's channels for saying that shit. But now Ryan was saying a whole lot of goofy shit. The reason why Turkey Al-Sheikh is not hard to fucking figure out. The reason why he severed ties with T.O. is because he felt like he was personally under attack by T.O. That's the only fucking reason. He don't give a fuck how the fuck T.O. feel about us. And he made it clear. You attack my people in my religion for no reason. Okay. So, I'm not shocked by that. Like I said, Turkey has to feel personally attacked. And that's how he felt. And he made it known. Now, in terms of like I said, wrong being wrong. How the fuck are y'all so angry at Keyshawn Davis, but you same motherfuckers make excuses for Ryan Garcia? We know why. We know what your fucking racist ass agenda is. We already know that shit. So the dude apologizes. He says what he says, and y'all take what he says out of context. Oh man, this motherfucker telling me he care. Man, you ain't no veteran. Man, you ain't like. What the fuck more do you want from the motherfucker? Yeah, he made an ass out of himself. He disgraced and embarrassed himself. And I made a video about this shit. Yeah, he did. The same way how I gave him his props for the stand he was taking, the same way I made a video addressing the bullshit that he did. And that's why I say, even as far as the guy that beat his brother, why y'all beefing with him? Motherfucker, you sat there and talked to Ryan and you know, well, you said that racist shit, man. And he wanted to sit here and tell you, man, you know, I've always been cool, man. I've always liked you. Man, fuck you. If you got a problem, tell me you like me, nigga, and you got a problem with my people. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, fuck out of here. Like I'm some coon. Like I'm the Sambo out of my fucking people. Nah, fuck you. You know, the same way he had watermelon sent to him. Yeah, remember that fucking disrespectful shit? And T.O. sitting there eating the banana, laughing like it's fun. All this shit. And that's just what I'm saying. Somehow you get physical with the black dude, but you let the fucking non-black racist motherfuckers say shit. You don't put hands on them motherfuckers. So yeah, we already understand what the fuck that is. So yeah, man, fuck all that bullshit. Yeah. We still ain't getting no apology from fucking Ryan. You know what? Fuck Ryan. Because if he did apologize, I still say fuck that bitch ass motherfucker. I don't like him. I don't like T.O. Fuck them. And of all the fucking things you can resort to try to sell tickets is racism? Nah. Trump got you niggas thinking it's okay to be racist. That's what it is. Y'all stupid ass don't understand. His racist ass don't give a fuck about you either. That's why he deporting your fucking people. Then your bitch ass crying, he's a good hardworking people. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. We supposed to give a fuck about you and your situation, nigga. And all that shit you said about George Floyd and you KK, you anti-black, you KK. Do you really think we give a fuck about what's happening to you and your racist ass fucking fans? Or your racist ass family who stayed quiet, had nothing to say about the shit you were saying? Fuck you and them. So now, when they get deported, motherfucker, you can FaceTime them and talk to them then since you can't be physically with them. Fuck that bullshit, man. Ain't no Sambo shit happening over here. We not laying down for that shit. Fuck you, your racist ass, and your racist ass people that applauded that shit that you did and said. Now, last thing I want to talk about. I made a video the other day about, you know, people making this fake news about Terrence Crawford. And I'm saying, where are people getting this shit from? Well, I know Fanon was one of them, and it was another guy. I don't remember this motherfucking name. Well, he made a video, and they're both doing the same thing, talking about Terrence Crawford is guilty because he's affiliated with Victor Conti and taking snack products, and Victor Conti was arrested for this and that back in the day, and this happened to Victor and that and whatever, and Victor knows how to beat the system and all these things that he's saying. I'm like, bro, where are you coming up with this shit though? Where is this coming from? So they went out their way to say these things. Well, Fanon, when he made that video, and I'm saying I don't know what the fuck Fanon was talking about. Well, this is what happened. Fanon is being sued, allegedly, by Crawford and his team. And Fanon has said that he's being sued. And I'm like, okay. So my partner was like, yo, did you watch the video, right? I said, yeah, I saw that shit. I watched it again. And he's saying, in the end, Errol Spence is going to get the last laugh. He's talking all this shit about he judged people based on integrity and this and that or whatever. And in that video, this is what he's saying. Terrence Crawford did not beat Errol Spence fair. He was on something. He was taking PEDs. That's what he's basically saying. So when he's saying Errol Spence is going to get the last laugh over Terrence Crawford, I had to watch it again. I'm like, because I was like, the fuck is this dude talking about? And I lost interest in what he was talking about because he wasn't making no fucking sense to me. He just kept saying shit. But I said, oh, so that's what it is. So now he's being sued by Team Crawford. Crawford showed paperwork of him being clean. And he's like, fuck this. He's suing him for defamation of character. Fanon is saying, I will not be intimidated by a lawsuit and this and that. But my thing is, bro, where the fuck are you getting this information from that he's dirty? This is what I don't understand, is how people just make up just any fucking thing to talk about on the video and then talk about it. And then you motherfuckers start saying things as if you got confirmation that this shit is true that you guys are saying. And I'm like, nah, that's not cool. So if you're going to sit up here and say, that's why I said, unless Terrence Crawford gets caught doing something that comes to the forefront, I don't care what type of suspicions you have. Your suspicions need to come from a source, not just looking at somebody going, man, this dude got big or this dude got muscular. Because I know this generation, y'all motherfuckers into this cosmetic surgery bullshit, and y'all think everybody's on steroids if they even look halfway decent. Like, so I don't understand where this shit was coming from. So for Fanon, my thing to him and anybody else making these accusations is, where are y'all getting this shit from, that this thought that he's dirty, like he's automatically just dirty? Yes, he's cheating. Where's this shit coming from? That's what I don't understand. So for you to say I will not be intimidated by the threat of a lawsuit, okay, cool. But if he just showed you that, nah, I'm clean. So basically what your argument is, it doesn't make a difference what the paperwork says. You're saying he's dirty because what? And then basically anybody who just want to see Crawford lose, or who just like to be a part of these stupid ass conspiracy theories, like, where did this shit even come from? Man, I swear, this is what makes boxing so unpleasant. This is one of the reasons why I lose so much interest in this shit, man, because it's like fake news. They got this fake news. Y'all don't even care if something is fake. Even if it's stupid, y'all just want to talk about it. Now all of a sudden, I'm seeing this fake news about how Roy Jones attacked Floyd Mayweather, and this happened, that happened. Floyd is set to the challenge. Floyd's training for him. Y'all watching 3-4-year-old videos of Layla Ali talking about she's preparing for Clarissa Shields. Y'all just run with shit. I'm like, whatever the fuck somebody say to you motherfuckers, y'all just run with this shit like it's true. Like somebody told me one time, they talking about this rapper and said, I know that nigga be lying his ass off, but yo, I ain't gonna lie, he entertaining. Yo, I don't even care if it's true or not. Exactly. That's what's wrong with this fucking generation. Y'all accept bullshit, but then y'all act so shocking when y'all get an outcome that y'all don't like. So, yeah, I mean, you can't just go around saying somebody's on PEDs, man. This is why I laughed at Jarrell Miller when I said, man, you walked around talking all this shit, calling Anthony Joshua a steroid cheat and all this. Yeah, that nigga taking something, and then you get popped dirty. But then you sit there crying about how it wasn't what people think. People need to stop talking shit. Motherfucker, you need to stop talking shit. You run your mouth and then you pop dirty? But we're supposed to point the finger at AJ for what? Because you say we should? Y'all make claims with no proof, but then y'all sit there and say somebody's popping dirty. But the motherfuckers that pop dirty, let's make excuses for those motherfuckers. So, I mean, hey, man, I don't know why these grown-ass men like to make up shit and run with it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I remember this dude, Fanon. I haven't watched him. I don't watch none of these niggas faithfully. None of them. But I remember just when I watched this dude, I'm like, yo, what the fuck do he be talking about? I'm talking from the very beginning of me seeing this guy. I'm like, what does he be talking about in his videos? Like, it's like he just finds something to say. Fanon, the type of motherfucker that'll watch a building, right? Let's say you got some construction guys out here putting the building up. Fanon will make a video and say, I tell you what, though, one thing I noticed that none of these other content creators noticed, they built this building from the top to the bottom instead of from the bottom to the top. How did they do that, you ask? Let me go to a commercial break, come back. Before I say anything else, hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you guys are alerted every time I drop a video. And this and this and this. Then it takes him 5 or 6 minutes to finally get to this point. And once he gets to this point, it's not even a point. It's a fucking assumption. But he'll tell you that they built the fucking building from the fucking roof. Okay? They started from the fucking roof and then built the building down to the fucking foundation. That's like, honestly, watching the Fanon video was like, so I just stopped. I can't watch this shit. And I started losing interest in everybody's shit because, you know, when you don't stand up for shit, and some people, at some point you just don't see their videos. And I don't watch people faithfully, man, because like I said, a lot of these motherfuckers are arrogant and, they don't return the love. It's just they think, especially if their channel is bigger than yours, they have more followers. They think like you owe it to them to watch them or some shit. And I'm like, nah. And especially when you motherfuckers sit here and do some poop putt shit and try to play neutral instead of telling the fucking truth. But yeah, man, the reality of you accusing somebody of something that's not true. Come on, man. The fuck do you think Crawford and them going to do? Especially when you have a big platform and you saying it's one thing to say I don't like this guy as a fighter. I don't think this fight is that good. Okay, whatever. That's your opinions. But when you start saying a person is cheating, they're taking peds or some shit or whatever, what's supposed to happen? The other guy must have fell back because his shit ain't popping up in my motherfucking shit. His videos are not popping up in my feed about Terrence Crawford anymore. But I don't remember this fucking guy's name, man. But he was saying that shit, talking about, Terrence Crawford is on PEDs and it's obvious and people don't want to see the truth. And it, all right. Yeah, so anyways, it is what it is, y'all. But that's what I wanted to talk about and in this video. Talk to me in the comment section. As far as Anthony Joshua, Keyshawn Davis, and this situation with Fanon accusing Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford documented, he showed his paperwork that he's clean. So talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.